Sub Rosa tea. Okay, if you love the smells, the tastes, and the overall feeling you get from walking through an apple orchard in the fall, I want you to stay with me for just a few minutes because we have figured out how to put that feeling into a cup of tea. And I am not talking about tea that just tastes like apples. I'm talking about that whole apple orchard experience. Think about walking through an orchard on a beautiful autumn afternoon. You have fresh apples everywhere, something warm and spicy baking nearby, maybe apple cider, maybe some caramel, and somewhere in the background, somebody is definitely making the kettle corn. And that's the feeling I wanted these teas to capture. Everybody, welcome. Welcome to Sub Rosa Tea. My name is Joy. I'm the owner of Sub Rosa Tea. We're a small company based in Northern Ohio and will ship anywhere in the United States. We have over 100 flavors of loose leaf tea that we sell all year. But in this video, I'm just going to be talking about our apple orchard inspired tea collection. And I have to tell you, I had so much fun putting together this collection because there is something about the apple orchard. It just gives us so much more to play with than simply apple tea. We've got warm spices, bakery flavors. We have that sweet, really cozy feeling of harvest season. We even have a little bit of sass in this collection. And here's something I really wanted you to know before we get started. Some of these flavors are going to sound familiar because they were inspired by things that you already know and love. Hey there, Miss Bonnie. Hello, hello. Welcome to August. Our live videos kind of switch to autumn. What do you think, Bonnie? Are you ready to go? Friends, those of you watching live, don't hesitate to comment. I can always see lots of people watching, but I cannot see your name until you actually comment. Anybody really fall in love with the apple orchard? It is definitely one of my favorite places to be. We have over 100 flavors of loose leaf tea, and they are organized on our website and on our mobile shopping app by their base, the ones that we sell all year. So if you are looking just for caffeine-free teas, you're going to find those in a drop down under loose leaf tea. And those teas are near and dear to me. We sell them all year. They are fan favorites. But these seasonal themed collections really just warm my heart. I love bringing them back out every year. This is my 6th year now doing live videos. We've been in business 14 years, and I just really dive in to the themed collections. And this one is so fun. And I have to tell you, those of you, I know who you are, that you don't like spice at all. You don't like cinnamon. Trust me, 2 of these flavors don't have any spices. It's okay. But those of you that do love it, you're going to get 4 of them in this collection, which reminds me, the way that you can save the most money is buying the whole collection. I'm going to talk about all 6 teas individually, of course, but if you like to save, buying the bundle is the way to go. We have 6 tea in this collection, 2 that are oolongs, a green tea, and 3 that are completely caffeine-free, so you can enjoy them morning, noon, and night. Here, this time of year, we sell a lot of teas that are kind of crossover, that they would be good hot, they're really good cold, they're perfect if it's still 90 degrees in the summer where you live. They're great in the autumn, and they really are quite comforting even in the winter time. Miss Bonnie just said, no, I'm definitely a summer girl, although I do like going to several of the apple orchards near us. Yeah, I totally agree with that. I know some of you in my viewing audience do not actually have apple orchards where you live, but again, friends, I'm from Northern Ohio, so we have lots. We have lots and lots of apple orchards, and it is one of the best things about living here is that we get all 4 seasons. So of course I'm going to dive all in, right? We even have a tea that is new here that a fan suggested. I love my live viewers when they write to me when they have a request for something that they would like me to turn into tea. That's always fun for me. So friends, again with the tea collection, yes, it has all 6. I'm going to talk about them individually, but they're available in 2 sizes. So the Try Me size is going to make you about 6 to 8 cups, and that's the ½ ounce. And then the value size, this is the one in my hand, this is 2 ounces of tea, and it'll make you about 20 to 25 individual servings here. So keep in mind, you can steep the tea hot or cold. The brewing instructions are right on the package. This is the new one. I love this color. I really hope that it's showing up on camera for you, because this is quintessential every single color that an apple grows in. It is all reflected in my glass cup of apple butter tea. And this, it has beautiful yellow colors. It has the beautiful orangey pinks that some apples get. It has deep reds, almost like a brown, like my shirt, like a burgundy. Oh, I just love it. I absolutely love this new flavor, and I think I should talk about it first, right? Are we ready to go on a little trip through the apple orchard? First up, friends, yes, it's the new tea. This is apple butter. This is our apple butter. It is brand new. This is an oolong and rooibos based tea. So we've got some maple oolong in there. If you're not familiar with apple butter doesn't really have butter in it. It's kind of like sugar. Guess what, friends? These teas have no sugar, no carbs, no calories, but you're going to cook the sugar to the point of being close to caramel. So this particular blend of ours here was very much inspired by something that a customer of ours gave to me and said, please match this. So I know that there is probably 100 different ways that you could make apple butter, or maybe flavor the apple butter. So you might have your favorite, but this is the one inspired by a customer request here. So here we have beautiful rooibos and oolong tea. This is red rooibos. If you're not familiar with that, red rooibos teas are good for inflammation, headaches, and insomnia. So this is the base, but it does have some oolong to it. Oolongs have around 40 milligrams of caffeine per 8-ounce cup, while rooibos has none. So this is on the lower side of the caffeine teas, but it does have some. Those of you who are watching it, you do be careful. There is some really sweet spices in here, some sweet cinnamon notes. So if you love apple cinnamon, if that's what you're looking for, maybe that's a tea that you grew up on, or maybe it was a tea that was first introduced to you. Cinnamon apple, that was your jam. I know a lot of people have been tea drinkers before they crossed over to the loose leaf tea side, and I know they're not going back. So this is definitely the one for you with those sweet maple notes to it. Absolutely delicious. Next up, we have our caramel apple cheesecake. Caramel apple cheesecake. Friends, this is a blend of oolong and green teas. Totally one of my favorites. I love this. I absolutely love roasted apple. I love the taste of roasted apple. And I don't need to have spice every single time I have apple. And I know that some of you, I know who you are, that I even have an audience member who's allergic to cinnamon. She just can't have it. So we've got a few in this collection here. So this one's nice and sweet, of course, and smooth. I love oolong and green teas mixed together. So nice and smooth. Delicious as an iced tea. Now, okay, smash that like button. Who likes a latte? I know who you are. Yes, I do. So if you would like to make a latte with your loose leaf tea, this one's really fun. Do steep it separately, and then steam your milk or cream or whatever it is that you love. When that is the temperature that you like it, do marry the two together. Nice and sweet. Absolutely fabulous as a latte. Apple cider donut. Apple cider donut. Boy, this one we have sold for a couple of years now because it's been so very popular. This one's kind of different. Those of you that have been around a while, this is a gunpowder tea. Gunpowder, can you tell? Can you tell how different it looks? That those little tea leaves are very different looking than the very large Sencha green tea leaves that we use commonly here at Sub Rosa Tea. So the gunpowder tea leaves, that's the type of tea leaves that it is, they do look like little pellets there, and they are not as sweet and they're not as grassy. So it lends itself absolutely perfectly to that very specific taste that you get from a caramelized donut, right? The glaze on the donut, a little bit of apple and spice to it. I know Mary just joined us live and she said she loves this one. It's been a really fan favorite for a really long time. Hey, Mary, while you're watching live, do you enjoy apple cider donut hot or cold? I don't know if I have a favorite. I drink it both ways. And I am telling you, it's one, it gets me out of bed in the morning. And I am really not joking about this. There are days that I'm barely awake. I'm thinking about all the things that I have to do, and it's one of my first thoughts. What cup of tea am I going to drink today? This apple cider donut, it is definitely one of my favorites. It's one of yours too, yes. So that reminds me, Apple Orchard Inspired Tea Collection. Some of our limited edition collections we have for approximately 6 weeks. And I think you can understand why, such as St. Patrick's Day and Easter. Those collections are short-lived. There's a lot of excitement around them, but nobody really wants them in July, okay? But the Apple Orchard is probably going to be around longer than 6 weeks. We introduce it early because it is so very popular, and we sell it normally through at least the middle of November. A few of them, like apple cider donut, might actually be around to like January. Okay, so don't be surprised if you see this one a little bit longer. This whole collection hopefully will be around for a little bit longer than just 6 weeks. Okay, so Mary just said the apple cider donut, she likes it hot. I know it's a delicious tea hot, but when you think about it, when you think about a donut, I'm kind of thinking, maybe it'd be a good iced tea. I know it's kind of a tricky one, right? Okay, next up, another fan favorite. Love it, right? Autumn spice. Autumn spice. And I have to tell you, I get it. I do understand why this one is a fan favorite because it's so unusual. I almost grabbed the wrong one. My bad. This is it. This is autumn spice. It is very, very unusual. I wanted to create something that literally feels like walking through an apple orchard that is having a harvest festival. I wanted it all in one cup of tea, and that's exactly what I got. So if you can't see, huge pieces of cinnamon stick. That has a different taste than sweet ground cinnamon, and it definitely tastes different than hot cinnamon. Okay, so this is when you are walking through a harvest festival, you have the apple bakery, all those good things over there, and you almost always have popcorn or kettle corn or something like that. And there's just this accumulation of a fabulous sensory overload going on, and it's all in this cup of tea, and it's completely caffeine free. So this one, particular friends, I will tell you, if you like the popcorn notes, you're going to have to steep it hot. Okay, you can drink it cold, absolutely, but it's kind of the nature of a tisane. Teas you can always steep cold. When you have a lot of fun ingredients involved, you probably should steep it hot. You really should. Speaking of fun ingredients, here we are. Honeyed apple and fig, another one that I got a request for years and years ago. People love apple and fig together, absolutely. So this is a honey bush tea. So my point why I bring this up is all 3 caffeine-free teas in this collection are very different from each other. So the autumn spice was definitely a tisane. This is a very iconically a honeybush base tea. If you're not familiar, honeybush is the name of the plant. It grows in South Africa. Lots of antioxidants. All the tea is rich in antioxidants, so you can't go wrong no matter what you're drinking. But this one's sweet and it's fun. Honeybush by itself doesn't really taste sweeter than anything else. It just is kind of sweet on your palate. It doesn't actually have honey in it. Not real honey, I suppose. But it does have some floral notes to it. It does have some pineapple. It, of course, has apple and fig, and they play really well with each other to create a really well-balanced cup of tea, which I think it's why it's one of the fan favorites around here for sure. Okay, next up, Sassy Appletini. Sassy Appletini. The Appletini, the caffeine-free tea. Caffeine-free tea. So I wanted to say, if you're not familiar, I normally show the card. Why didn't I do it this time? There you go. Sassy Appletini. For those of you watching without the volume, I don't know why I do that. I just do. So Sassy Appletini, if you've ever had one at your favorite gin joint, an Appletini is normally very green. It's not easy being green. Friends, this has got all the great taste, no alcohol, of course, but it is going to turn out bright red, like deep bright red, because of the hibiscus. That's how we got some of the exact bite of a martini into this cup of tea. Hibiscus is known to lower blood pressure. So like I was saying, all of these teas are very different. This tea has no spices at all. I know that there's kind of a negative connotation with the word sour, but that is technically the way certain apples taste. And in my mind, an Appletini has those great, delicious tart notes that I seek out, especially at 10 o'clock at night. So this is the perfect tea for you if those are the flavors that you are looking for. And I know who you are. I've got customers who just go crazy for it. They really, really do. They love that it's just so different than anything else that we sell. It's different than anything else in this collection, which makes it a really well-rounded, fun collection to own, because no matter how you feel, we got it here in these 6 teas. While I have you, those are the 6 teas that we are selling in this year's Apple Orchard Inspired collection. We do still have Candy Apple available. Candy Apple was kind of featured as part of Fair Food. I don't know about you, but I love food inspired by Fair Food. I love teas inspired by Fair Food. And Candy Apple kind of fit into that collection. We do still have it available. And I know some of you really do think about it in the fall. The other one that sometimes has been in this collection, but I will talk about it in September, is our spiced apple chai black tea. So it is not part of the Apple Orchard, but I'm going to just bring it up quickly because it is one of our best-selling teas. So I think a lot of people do think about like a traditional chai tea or a chai tea latte, that this would definitely be the way to go. And it's just got this beautiful blend of spices. Hey there, Miss Bernita. Thanks for joining us. What are you sipping on tonight, friend? What do you got going on there? Are you still working on some of your summertime flavors? I know, here we are in August. What are you guys doing? Are you ready for fall? I think that I am. Today it was so muggy when I walked outside the door with my sunglasses on, the lenses fogged up like I was walking through a shower. Yeah, I think I'm ready for fall. Yes, I am. Oh, friends, I want to say thank you so much for watching live. I love it when you do that. If you're watching on the replay, please do leave me a comment. I love to know where you're from and that you're watching. Next week's live, the Malt Shop. Again, another really fun, inspired loose leaf tea collection. Thank you for watching, friends. And no matter what you do with the rest of your day, I hope you have yourself a cup of tea and take care of you. Bye-bye, friends.